All right, so good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? So I got good news. Do you want it now or at the end of class? Now. Well, overall, we're going to now. Well, it's bad news, good news for you. So good news is we're not class tomorrow. Yay. Bad news is I have to go all the way to St. Louis to have a medical procedure. So, exactly. So with that being said, I will send out an email to tell you, I'm going to show you how to use this online system. I'm going to do some online office hours. And of course you can email me. It just needs to be after, like Thursday on, because I want to make sure I'm not like loopy and I'm saying something here and embarrass myself. So please don't tip me, because I want to respond. Another important thing, Dean Crawford, Colin, is, I don't usually call him the right last name, so I think Colin is very interested in increasing the number of online classes you can take. Essentially what's happened is the American Bar Association has now said that law schools can offer up to 30 hours of online classes, or up to 15 hours. So they've essentially doubled it. There's a growing trend. There's a lot of law schools. One of them is George Marshall Law School in Chicago, have a complete online law program. It's just trying to accommodate people that work, have family, that just don't necessarily want to participate in the traditional environment. But that being said, at some point in time, I don't know when, I'm going to teach one of our courses online. It has to be sometime before February 18th because I'm supposed to get your feedback, hand out surveys, and then I have to share that with the faculty when they vote. No pressure. So decide to fit the most. So I need to show you how to use the software. If we have snow days, I will use the software because I try to the best extent possible to not reschedule class because it's really a pain trying to find time that everybody's schedule can accommodate. So snow days, I'll always use this system. So I'm going to show you how it works. If you're on your laptop and you want to try it on your own and see what it looks like, no worries. Feel free. So basically, you just log into your Blackboard class website. And so mine's going to look like the faculty version, but it's pretty similar to yours. So I'm going to click on civil procedure. And you scroll down to tools. You all have tools on yours?
Yes.
Awesome. Scroll down to tools. Ooh, that. Let me try again. I apologize. You scroll down to, of course, tools. And then you click on Blackboard Collaborate. So it's going to be called Blackboard Collaborate. Clicking on Blackboard, and there'll be a session. I created a sample one just to give you an idea. It'll say online class and the date when we actually do it. So you click on that class and just basically join the room. This particular computer I see does not have, it's not downloaded on here, but essentially what will pop up, wow. What you should see on your screen, if you don't have your laptop, you can look at your neighbor, the software's not on this computer, is a box with a video in it. Who can see it on their laptop? No one can see it?
It's not downloaded.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all have to download the launcher. Okay, so we'll try again. But essentially, when you download the launcher, hit join session, it just looks, there's a big video box. My lovely face will be in the box. It has your names listed on the left, and there's just icons that say raise your hand. It's a hand, so it's like I have a question. And you can click the video option where people can see your face, or the no video option if you're in your pajamas, we don't really want to see it. So, but I mean, joking around. But seriously, so that's it. You just raise your hand, you click the hand button if you have a question, and then there's just a microphone you click. And so maybe it'd be helpful if I give everybody a chance to download whatever it's called, the software that apparently we need, and then I'll maybe do a random trial session. I'll leave the class window up and sit on, and basically be online while I'm working. You can log in and make sure that it works for you. And if there's a problem, let me know. That's probably the best way. But I at least want to show you how to get to the Blackboard Collaborate. All right. In a way that it works too, like if I don't want my face to be there, I usually try to use PowerPoint slides if I'm teaching online. So you'll see the slides say, here are the facts, here are this, here are that. And I also typically, with an online class, will email you the night before to say, hey, you're my attorney for the day. This is what I'd like you to be able to argue. Argue Brennan side, you have O'Connor side. So with the online class, I'll give you a heads up. Okay. All right. So let's get out of here. It doesn't make me feel like I'm at a funeral. Somebody doesn't have any friends. It's feeling a little heavy. I'm tired, as I am, but I still like that feeling. And I don't drink coffee, so I don't have an excuse. I love coffee. I used to drink it. I just can't drink it anymore. I live for coffee and lattes. All right. Let's get started. Are we ready to rumble? Yay. All right. So our two attorneys for the day. We have Attorney Walls. Where art thou? Hi. Gave me the friendly name. And I'm going to do 3 today just because the Castro case is really long. Does anyone want to volunteer for today?
I volunteer for you.
All right, Jessica. Remind me your last name, Jessica.
Harper. It's only one letter different from hers.
Okay. Walls. And we need some influence here. Attorney Blank, where art thou? All right. You have a day, you got 3 people with you, and 1 volunteer, so we definitely care. All right, so from the last class, we ended discussing, the Burger King case, right? And just to remind you of the black letter law from the Burger King case to make sure you remember it, essentially what that court was saying is that although the existence of a contract by itself may not be sufficient to support personal jurisdiction over a non-resident defendant, when analyzing minimum contact in a contractual situation, the court will look at the defendant's contact with the state during the negotiation of that contract, they'll look at the terms of that contract, and the actions taken by the defendant while performing the contract in that state. So anytime you see a fact pattern that has a contract involved, you're going to remember the Burger King case, and you're going to look at where were the negotiations made, how much interaction in terms of the terms of the contract require them to be in a certain state. So you're going to look at anything that will support a certain personal jurisdiction over the person. So what you're looking at the actual contract dealings. How long is the contract? Is it a 20-year contract like we saw in Burger King or short term? If it's long term, you can say, you can anticipate at some point in time in 20 years that there might be a legal dispute that might come up that might require you to travel to that state where the contract was entered to defend yourself. So again, it's just creative lawyer. You're looking at the facts surrounding the formation of the contract to see if you can make the argument that it's fair for that person to defend themselves in whatever state the plaintiff is trying to bring the lawsuit. So this is if you see a contract, not to go back to our specific and general jurisdiction. So before I talk about the internet case, I want to just remind you, just as a refresher, where we are now is we are almost done after general jurisdiction, we're done with personal jurisdiction. So this is the hardest part of the semester. And again, what we're trying to decide is to file a case in federal court, we need to know that there's personal jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, venue, and proper service of notice, meaning notifying the defendant that there's a lawsuit against them. We're just focusing on personal jurisdiction. So what we know as of today is that there are several pathways to achieving personal jurisdiction. We know that you can achieve it through general jurisdiction. We know you can establish personal jurisdiction through specific jurisdiction. jurisdiction, and we know there's those two territorial jurisdictions, which are in rem and quasi in rem. If you satisfy any of those, voila, we've got personal jurisdiction. Okay. All right. So the Pavlovich case, 2002. I'll take it. It's not the 1800s. Which one of our kind attorneys, Harper, Walls, or and I'll grab your question. Hold on. Where did I put Lane? That was it. Okay. Yes. There it is. What said it? Who said that question? I imagined that. Wow. Voices in my head. Okay. Yes. That's it. Thank you.
Lieutenant Pavlovich is a resident of Texas. He's the president of PE Driver LLC, consulting Texas there. He lived there several years, but before that, he was in Indiana studying at Purdue University. He was a systems and network administrator there. He's never worked in California, but he was being sued by a company in California for copyright infringement.
Excellent job. So that was like textbook perfect facts. Why? He didn't go trying to talk about the arguments. He's not into the whole thing. He's not running through the whole case. He's giving us just what we want to consider at this point for a job training, which is just a fact. So for the people on this side of the room, I'm just going to repeat what he said just a little bit louder to make sure we're all on the same page. So we know, as he said, engineering student. He's super smart. He's a hacker. I like this kid, right? He studied at Purdue. I think hackers are cool as long as they don't hurt anybody. Do you remember that music? Oh, you might be too young, but the music, it wasn't. It's not Spotify. Napster. Wasn't Napster freaking Rockstar? I still have music on my laptop from Napster before they shut it all down. I love Napster. Okay, but that's the kind of hackers. I'm like, they've got plenty of money. I shouldn't say that. I'm like, give us a little music. We're struggling. You know, multi-million-dollar company. But yeah, so I think he's cool. So we know that he's an engineering student, hacker, studying at Purdue. While he's there, he designed his Rockstar program that disabled the anti-copying devices on standard DVDs. This is great. When I'm in LA, I've always, and I'm not ashamed, there's a certain street off the 101 freeway you can go and buy DVDs that people have used this anti-copying disablement to make movies. And it's like the movies that are in the theater, like they're from the studios, Warner Brothers. So like whatever's in the theater now, you can buy them for $5, and I love it. And I don't feel bad about it.
I have a DVD got here if you want.
Yeah.
Sales.
You know, what kills me is that, so when I'm in Florida, they have what they call flea markets. In California, they call them swap meets. And, you know, people selling odds and ends, but they're selling these CDs, and I'm like, why are the police like, this is illegal, copyright infringement? I guess they have bigger fish to fry, but I'm always entertained by their boldness in selling illegal movies. So we know he created this anti-copying software, works on standard DVDs, thus enabling widespread piracy. So this is not a good thing. Pavlovich posted that software on a website. He's totally gung-ho, which he allowed free access. Okay, so he's just like trying to help. He's like Robin Hood. We like him. So Plaintiff is a nonprofit trade association. Sues Pavlovich in California. As Attorney Blake said, when this lawsuit was filed, Pavlovich had already moved to Texas. And the reason they picked California is why? Why do you think they picked California, Attorney Blake?
That's where the recording industry is.
Yeah, so the recording industry's there, and don't forget Silicon Valley, Apple, all the tech companies. So if you're going to get a favorable jury, you want it in California. You want these tech companies to say, yo, we got to shut down, we got to come down hard on people that are creating software that's taking money away from our businesses. So they strategically picked California for those reasons. Pavlovich was pretty innovative. He found an attorney, which I'm impressed, in Silicon Valley that's willing to represent him pro bono for free, and fought the plaintiff all the way up to the California Supreme Court. So they went all the way. What was the defendant Pavlovich's argument, either Attorney Harper or Walls? What was Pavlovich's argument? Defendants.
That he never availed himself in California.
Okay, what do you mean by avail himself? Well, you're right, I just want to give us a little bit more.
That he had only just posted something on the internet, and so that he hadn't given him any reason to exercise jurisdiction over him.
Okay, so he hasn't, you're doing great stuff, he hasn't posted anything on the internet, he didn't purposely avail himself. How did he not purposely avail himself? What was missing there? Like, do you remember from International Shoe what counts as purposeful availment? Actually, that was after then, the Hansen case. But what would it look like if he had purposely availed himself?
To me, that would be doing it purposefully to direct anything towards that forum or venue.
Excellent, yeah, so no solicitation. So I think he has a very, very strong argument here. Great job. He's saying, look, my argument is really simple. I don't have any contact with California. I haven't solicited to get business in California. Therefore, there's no personal jurisdiction. He said, I don't have any offices in California. I don't have any contacts in California, no bank accounts. There's no personal jurisdiction. So he's saying, look, this is a really clear-cut case. So I think it's a strong argument. But what was the plaintiff's argument, the flip side? Attorney Harper, what was the plaintiff's argument? What's the plaintiff's argument? Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Okay.
They argue that basically because he posted it to a site that could be viewed in any state, that was enough for purposeful availment.
Excellent. All right. So what else did they say, Attorney Harper? I keep messing up your name. I apologize. What analogy did they make about libel? What analogy? And feel free, any other attorneys to jump in. What analogy did they make about to analogize Pavlovich's actions as an out-of-state person? They said, oh, we have a similar example having to do with libel. Go ahead.
There was that National Enquirer that published an article about an actress that lived in Hollywood. The article was published in Florida. They found that it was reasonable to think that the All Out could reach the actress in California, so that they had personally availed themselves to.
Excellent. Do you agree with that analogy, that it's reasonable to foresee that even though the article was written in Florida, that would impact our industry, our job?
Yeah.
And livelihood? I agree as well. All right, so the court analogized Pavlovich's actions to that of an out-of-state publisher who writes a libel article, and he referenced about someone located in state California. The knowledge that the harm would have an effect on the plaintiff's home state is enough to establish personal jurisdiction. And the court was referencing the Jones v. Calder case, right, and other similar libel cases. So we know that we have, obviously, an issue of personal jurisdiction, as we do every case in this section. What's the first thing you do when you have a personal jurisdiction problem? First thing you do is try to establish what type of jurisdiction. Is it specific jurisdiction, general, in rem, quasi in rem? There's going to be a fifth one we're going to add, and then we're done. Which we haven't learned that yet. But there's something that we're going to discuss a little bit later. But essentially, there's two steps to establishing personal jurisdiction. Oh, of course it doesn't work. Okay, so we have statutory authorization, and we have constitutional. That's it, analysis. All right, so all that means is that, again, we'll actually do cases on this, but for the purpose of understanding, for the purpose of understanding this particular case. So the statutory authorization, all 50 states have what they call long-arm statutes, right? And so Kentucky has a long-arm statute, California has a long-arm statute. They all do. And so first you look and say, I need to determine if there's personal jurisdiction in Kentucky. So I'm going to look and see what Kentucky's long-arm statute is. And the long-arm statute says if one of these things are present, you can make an out-of-state defendant come to Kentucky and defend themselves. They'll have things like conducting business in the state of Kentucky, enter into a contract in the state of Kentucky. So every statute will have those things listed. And so we make sure that those things, they qualify for the statutory authorization. And you say, yes, that works. They have, it says if they do business here, but they entered into a contract in the state of Kentucky, I have satisfied the statutory authorization. Then you do the constitutional analysis, and that's when you ask yourself, is it fair? And you determine if it's fair based on the due process clause by determining if there's general jurisdiction, specific jurisdiction, quasi-in rem, and so on. So it's just a two-step process to determine personal jurisdiction. We will spend more time on the statutory authorization stuff, but again, it's just based on a long-arm statute. So if you're practicing in Kentucky and you're trying to bring a suit against someone in Indiana, you're going to look up, just Google Indiana's long-arm statute, and it's going to tell you whether or not, what the criteria is to bring that lawsuit in Indiana. Any questions about this before I move forward? Yes?
So are both steps required regardless of whether there's statutory authorization or not?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Are both these required, both steps are required to establish personal jurisdiction. Is that answer?
I think so, yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, so again, it's just, you look and see, oh, I have to do a statutory authorization. Let me look up that state's long-arm statute and see if the defendant's actions are listed as one of the things that qualify for statutory authorization. Yes, they can do this in the state. And then your second step is to do what we're doing, what type of personal jurisdiction. Okay, so moving forward. All right, so since we know we have to look at both statutory and constitutional authority, we first look to see what California's long-arm statute says. I think it's on page 119, but don't quote me. Last paragraph. So California's long-arm statute is one of the cool ones that basically just says courts may exercise personal jurisdiction on any basis consistent with the Constitution of California and the United States. So some states, unlike Kentucky,